This video is on a will to protect you, your family, and your dependents. Now, you may not need a will because if you do not have a will and you sadly pass away, you will die in what they call intestate. Dying intestate is basically like a will that's already created for you from the government. It is set as standard and it is a basic default distribution of your wealth and your estate. So if you really do not have a complex situation, let's say you just have a spouse or partner, you have no children or any other independents, you may actually not need a will. Dying intestate takes a little bit longer to organize your estate than if you do have a will. But if you just don't want to get a will and you do not have any dependents and you are happy with the distribution of dying intestate, then you could not get a will, and that is okay. I'm not going to give you the distribution of dying intestate because that may change at some point. You never know when that could change and it's out of my control, so I will not want to give you that information. But Google the distribution of dying intestate and where your money will be distributed. If you do have dependents and your life is a little bit more complicated than just you and a spouse when it comes to dependents, I do believe you should get a will. A will is extremely important. It is not that expensive for you to get a will. You should absolutely take the time to get a will. Speak to a solicitor and get a will. The reason being, the benefits behind this is because you can decide how your money is distributed. Your money does not go into, the money and your estate does not go into probate, meaning that it is distributed quickly. It goes to everyone that you have said the money goes to. There is no delays. It's fast. You can also avoid people making false claims against your estate. Do you have an ex-partner? Maybe you have an ex-partner that you have a child with, and that child is your dependent. But maybe that ex-partner will seek some of your estate. If you don't have a will, people will need to listen to that claim against your estate. If you have a will, you've already told everyone, this is where my money is going, this is where it is being distributed to, and it is very easy to resolve and no challenges can be made against your will. With regards to your will, if you do have a will and you are in a marriage with someone and then you get a divorce, you do need a new will. That old will no longer works because it was when you were in that marriage which has come to an end. So you should go and get yourself a new will if you are in that situation. So I do believe, unless your situation is super clear cut and you're happy to wait for the distribution of dying intestate, if there's any sort of complication whatsoever in your dependents, you should get a will. Absolutely, you should get a will, and you'll be just so glad that you did it. It will give you that peace of mind, and you'll be happy that it's over with. And you'll be happy that you created that will, because so you know that your family and your dependents are protected.